Myanmar is a land of rich history and breathtaking beauty, but beneath its serene surface lies a darker, more mysterious side. From ancient temples to abandoned structures, there are places where the veil between the living and the dead is disturbingly thin. In this video, we explore the top 15 haunted places in Myanmar, where shadows linger and whispers from the past refuse to fade. 1. The Secretariat Building, Yangon. Whispers slither through the air like unseen serpents, curling around the abandoned corridors of the Secretariat Building. This grand colonial structure, once the beating heart of Myanmar's administration, is now a silent tomb of history. On July 19, 1947, bullets shattered the air, cutting down General Aung San and his cabinet in cold blood. Their spirits never left. Step inside, and the temperature plummets. Footsteps echo where no living soul walks. In the dead of night, shadowy figures in colonial uniforms flicker at the edge of vision. Some say they hear whispers, urgent, desperate, warning of something unseen. Others swear they've glimpsed a bloodied apparition of Aung San himself, forever trapped in the place of his tragic end. But the worst part? The silence. A suffocating, unnatural stillness that wraps around you until the whispers return. 2nd Mandalay Palace, Mandalay. Beneath the golden glow of the moon, the Mandalay Palace looms like a forgotten relic, its grandeur tainted by the weight of unspeakable tragedies. Once the royal seat of the Konbaung dynasty, this fortress witnessed betrayals, executions, and whispers of revenge that never faded with time. Guards patrolling the grounds speak in hushed tones of spectral figures, draped in royal garments, gliding through the corridors, their hollow eyes fixed on something beyond the veil of death. Some have seen the shadow of a beheaded king, doomed to wander his stolen throne, his rage seeping into the walls. Others tell of an eerie wailing at night, a queen's last scream before she was silenced forever. But the most chilling tale, the ghostly procession, a line of silent, faceless courtiers marching through the palace grounds, only to vanish before the first rays of dawn. 3rd Dhammayangyi Temple, Bagan. The largest temple in Bagan stands like a stone giant, its towering silhouette swallowing the dying light of dusk. But beneath its grandeur lies a dark, blood-stained past. King Narathu, a tyrant consumed by paranoia, ordered its construction, not as a place of worship, but as a monument to his cruelty. The legend whispers of workers sealed alive within the walls, their screams muffled by the rising bricks. Step inside, and the air thickens with a suffocating presence. Some say they hear soft whispers in an ancient tongue, prayers from voices long silenced. Others feel unseen hands brushing against their skin, cold and desperate. But the most chilling of all, the flickering shadows that shouldn't be there, dark figures lurking in corners where no light exists, watching, waiting. And if you listen closely, you might hear the faint rhythmic tapping, like a hammer striking stone, echoing through the empty halls, long after the builders have turned to dust. 4th, Nan Myint Tower, Pyin, Lwin. A lone tower rises against the misty sky of Pyin, Lwin, its once majestic form, now a forgotten relic. The Nan Myint Tower stands tall, but the air around it is thick with something unseen, something watching. Locals whisper of a curse, a presence that lingers long after the last visitor has gone. Guards patrolling at night speak of footsteps echoing through the empty stairwell, heavy and deliberate, as if something unseen is climbing closer. Some claim to have seen a woman in traditional dress, her face blurred, standing motionless at the top, only to vanish when approached. But the most terrifying tale? The fall. Witnesses swear they have seen a shadow plummet from the highest floor, only to disappear before hitting the ground. A ghostly reenactment of a tragedy long forgotten, or a warning to those who dare to linger too long. Fifth, number 13, Basic Education High School, Mandalay. The old walls of number 13. Basic Education High School in Mandalay hold more than just the echoes of youthful laughter and lessons learned. They carry the whispers of the past, steeped in blood and sorrow. Once a hospital during World War II, it was a place where death claimed many, leaving behind more than just bodies. It left spirits. At night, the school is eerily silent, save for the occasional creak of the floorboards. But that silence is deceptive. Students and teachers alike have reported hearing soft, anguished cries, as though someone is still suffering in the halls. Others speak of shadows moving in and out of classrooms, figures that are there one moment and gone the next. And the most chilling phenomenon? The cold, an unnatural, bone-chilling cold that sweeps through the corridors, freezing anyone unfortunate enough to be alone. Those who have stayed after dark speak of a presence, something watching, something waiting, just beyond the corner of their eye. 6. Kandauge Mansion, Pyin Lwin. In the quiet town of Pyin Lwin, the Kandauge Mansion stands like a forgotten ghost, its decaying grandeur hiding the horrors within. Known for its tragic legend of the White Lady, this mansion once belonged to a powerful family, until a terrible tragedy unfolded. The lady of the house, a young woman, vanished one fateful night, her body never found, but her spirit never left. At night, the mansion comes alive with whispers, soft and mournful, carried on the wind. Those brave enough to venture near report a chilling sight. A figure in white, wandering the grounds, her face obscured, her footsteps silent on the dusty floor. Some say they've seen her standing at the windows, gazing out into the darkness, as if waiting for something or someone. But the most terrifying part? The air itself seems to shift, as if the very walls are breathing, alive with the presence of the lost soul that haunts this desolate place. 7. Sulamani Temple, Bagan. The Sulamani Temple in Bagan rises from the earth like a dark sentinel, its ancient stone walls scarred by time and tragedy. Beneath the temple's grandeur lies a haunting secret, a dark history of unfinished prayers and untold suffering. Legend has it that the temple's construction was cursed, as it was built in the shadow of a powerful king's ambition, one that led to betrayal and death. As the sun sets, the temple becomes a place of uneasy stillness. Visitors who dare to enter after dark have spoken of cold gusts of wind sweeping through the halls, their whispers carrying mournful voices from another time. Strange figures, cloaked in shadow, move among the columns, vanishing when you turn to face them. But the most unsettling of all, the echoes of footsteps, soft yet deliberate, following your every move, as if the spirits of those lost to the temple's curse are still walking among the living, forever bound to this forsaken place. 8. Pyathetgyi Pagoda, Bagan. In the heart of Bagan, the Pyathetgyi Pagoda stands alone, shrouded in mystery and fear. Its ancient structure, weathered by centuries of wind and rain, holds an eerie presence that seems to pulse with the very soul of the earth. This sacred place is believed to be cursed, haunted by the spirits of those who died in vain, their souls trapped in the shadows of its towering spires. At night, the atmosphere becomes heavy, as if the air itself is thick with sorrow. Visitors report hearing faint whispers that echo through the temple's stone corridors, soft, pleading voices that grow louder the closer you get to the altar. Others have seen figures, pale and gaunt, drifting silently between the columns, their eyes hollow and searching. But the most terrifying occurrence? The sudden cold that sweeps through the pagoda, freezing everything in its path, as though the spirits of the dead are drawing near, ready to claim anyone who dares to disturb their eternal rest. 9. Abandoned amusement park, Yangon. Hidden on the outskirts of Yangon, the abandoned amusement park stands frozen in time, a graveyard of forgotten laughter and broken dreams. Once a place of joy, it now harbors only whispers of its tragic past, haunted by those who met untimely, violent ends. The rides are rusted, the air thick with an eerie stillness, as though the ghosts of children who once played here never truly left. As night falls, the park transforms into a nightmare. The Ferris wheel creaks, despite the absence of wind, and the carousel spins slowly, its lights flickering as though mocking the darkness. Those brave enough to venture near speak of faint laughter echoing through the empty grounds, a chilling reminder of the spirits that still roam. But the most terrifying of all? The sight of shadowy figures watching from the distance, never moving, never speaking, but always there, waiting for the next visitor to join them in the silence. 10. Ancient Portuguese Church, Thanlyin. Amidst the crumbling ruins of Thanlyin, the ancient Portuguese church stands as a mournful reminder of a forgotten past. Built in the 1700s, this once thriving place of worship now harbors only darkness, haunted by the restless spirits of its tragic history. It is said that the church is cursed, for the wrath of the spirits of the land was awakened when the Portuguese settlers committed atrocities, leaving behind a trail of blood and sorrow. At dusk, the air grows heavy, and a strange, oppressive silence fills the church. Some claim to have seen shadowy figures, draped in tattered robes, wandering the altar, whispers of their prayers echoing in the cold air. Others hear the mournful tolling of a bell, though no bell rings. The most unsettling sightings, however, are those of a woman, pale, with hollow eyes, standing in the doorway, watching with a sorrowful gaze. It's said that if you make eye contact, her mournful wail will haunt your dreams forever. 11. Inle Lake. Inle Lake, a vast expanse of water surrounded by mist-shrouded mountains, hides more than just the tranquil beauty of its floating gardens. Beneath the surface, the lake holds a dark secret, the restless spirits of those who met their doom in its depths. Fishermen, long accustomed to the eerie silence of the lake, speak in hushed tones of the souls that never found peace, doomed to wander the water's murky depths forever. At night, the lake takes on a sinister glow. The air is thick with an unnatural chill, and the once calm waters ripple with unseen currents. Witnesses have reported seeing figures in the water, pale and translucent, drifting on the surface under the moonlight. Drowned souls, some say, seeking the warmth of the living. But the most terrifying legend? That on still nights, the sounds of faint, anguished cries rise from the water, as if the lake itself is mourning the lives it has taken. And if you listen too long, you might hear the whisper of footsteps, slow, deliberate, beneath the surface, drawing closer. 12. Mogok Mines. Deep in the rugged mountains of Mogok, the ruby mines shine with an unnatural glow, a beauty tinged with horror. Known as the Valley of Rubies, these mines hold a deadly secret. They are cursed. Legends speak of a greedy miner who, in his insatiable desire for wealth, uncovered a dark force deep within the earth. It's said that his soul, along with the souls of countless others who perished in the mines, were trapped, doomed to wander the tunnels forever. The air in the mines is thick and suffocating, as though it carries the weight of centuries of sorrow. Miners tell tales of hearing whispers in the dark, of unseen hands brushing against their skin, cold and clammy. Those who venture too deep often return with strange markings, as if the spirits themselves had touched them. But the most terrifying tale? The phantom footsteps, echoing in the narrow tunnels, growing louder and closer, until the darkness swallows everything, and the screams of the lost miners fade into silence. Thirteenth, Thula Temple, Bagan. Hidden among the ancient ruins of Bagan, the Thula Temple stands forgotten, its once grand walls now cracked and weathered by time. This temple, steeped in dark history, is believed to be cursed by the spirits of its builders, whose lives were claimed by the very stones they laid. It is said that they were sacrificed, their souls forever bound to the temple, and their restless spirits still haunt the sacred halls. As twilight descends, the atmosphere thickens with an unsettling energy. Visitors who dare to enter after dark speak of strange sounds, soft, mournful chants that echo through the hollow chambers. Others have seen flickering shadows, figures in tattered robes, walking silently through the temple's darkened corridors. But the most chilling phenomenon? The sudden drop in temperature, as though the spirits of the past are closing in, their cold touch brushing against the living, reminding them that some souls never find peace. 14. Thanlyin Bridge. The Thanlyin Bridge stretches across the muddy waters, its weathered steel frame standing as a grim monument to the past. Built during a time of war and bloodshed, this bridge is said to be haunted by the souls of those who lost their lives in its construction. Men who died in brutal accidents, their bodies lost to the river below. Now, their spirits are trapped, bound to the bridge, forever watching those who cross. At night, the bridge takes on a sinister air. The air grows thick with an icy cold, and the sound of footsteps, soft yet deliberate, can be heard echoing across the metal beams, though no one is there. The shadows seem to shift, twisting unnaturally, as though something unseen is waiting just beyond the edge. Some say they've seen ghostly figures standing at the edge, gazing down into the dark waters, their faces twisted in silent agony. But the most terrifying of all, the sudden feeling of being watched, as if the spirits are closing in, their mournful eyes following every step you take, never letting you leave. 15. Taungkalat Monastery, Mount Popa. Perched high atop the jagged peaks of Mount Popa, the Taungkalat Monastery is not just a place of worship, but a threshold to the unknown. Its soaring spires seem to touch the sky, but the view from this sacred mountain is not as serene as it seems. The monastery is believed to be built on the site of ancient spirits, those of vengeful gnats, who guard the mountain and its secrets with a deadly grip. Climbing the 777 steps to the monastery, many feel a creeping unease, as if the mountain itself is watching. The wind whispers through the trees, carrying faint, mournful voices that seem to call your name. Those who have lingered too long speak of cold hands brushing against their skin, unseen forces tugging at their clothes, urging them to leave. The most chilling accounts tell of figures in white, standing motionless in the shadows of the temple, their eyes fixed on the souls who dare to trespass. Some say they've seen the gnats themselves, dark shapes flickering in the corners of their vision, guarding their sacred ground, waiting for the next unwelcome guest to fall victim to their curse. These haunting locations are a testament to Myanmar's eerie past, where the spirits of the lost and forgotten still roam. Whether you're a thrill seeker or a lover of the supernatural, these places are not to be visited alone. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more chilling tales from around the world.